Hey there, Lana at lanaboyak.com and Radiance Yoga and Lifestyle. So I'm doing a continuum video from my Truthful Tuesday where I spoke to having fear, taking a deep breath, and leap anyways. So for most of us, we are aware, at least those I would suggest that are paying attention to the videos I'm offering or attending my classes, workshops, trainings. You are aware when you are being led, and it's like your hand is being held by the universe and you are being ushered, you are being guided, you are being supported and lovingly nurtured and midwifed to where it is you are required to show up at in order to acquire the next set of tools, awarenesses. It could be a matter of healing that has to happen, maybe some releasing and transformation, getting clarity so that you can live abundantly, that you can live the life that your heart and soul know that you're here to live and lead. And that which only you can do in the sweetest, most gorgeous, beautiful way that you absolutely and possibly can. Your entire journey, every experience that you've ever had, every memory that is stored in your body, the beautiful ones, the joyous ones, the painful ones, the tragic ones, the ones that had you expand and open and radiate, those which had you contract and shut down and introvert and cocoon and rejuvenate. All of it is within your body. And all of those experiences combined have created this gorgeous alchemical mixture called you. So whatever it is, your heart and soul is leading you to step into, to say yes to align with, to live and express. It's because the universe is invested in you. You and only you can do yoga the way you do, can lead that boardroom meeting the way you do, can mother the way you do, can partner the way you do, can deliver mail the way you do, can offer service and guidance and counsel the way you do, can walk down the street and offer a smile to somebody the way you do. These are all acts of service and love, if we choose to see them that way. We can get so wrapped up and distracted in, what is my purpose? Why am I here? You know, all of the little p purposes, like showing up each day, offering love and care and compassion and kindness, really being honest and in integrity, honesty in a way that has you feel vulnerable at times and there's a humility to it, being able to apologize when you are not being in your truth. You know, all of these ways that we can show up and be just an act of kindness and love and light in the world and radiate that out, that's purpose. So it's all those little p purposes that eventually, just like breadcrumbs or like the constellations, we have our own unique soul constellation. I really truly believe that. I've been talking about that probably since 2011 when it started to hit me. And when I lived in Costa Rica, and at night all I saw were these stars birthing once the sun went down. I knew that every action I'd taken was offering another star in the sky, my constellation. So your soul purpose, there is a constellation called you, and it's gorgeous, and it's required in this world for the world to up-level, uprise, and do not underestimate your presence in your circle of people, in your community, in your family, in your tribe. Because if we can affect and have an impact within our own tribe, it's like that pebble that's dropped into the water. It radiates outwards, these concentric circles. And those within your tribe will be affected. And then they, in turn, offer up their own pebble drop and concentric circles. So please, let us maybe make a pact with ourselves right now, which is, I'm not going to hold back. I'm not going to wait for some, the sky parts and the angels come forth and there's that orchestra in the sky. That's like, it's now, this is your purpose. Handed on this golden platter. That's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. We are constantly receiving a buffet from the universe. We are just not stepping up to put the food on our plate. We are not eating the food. It's our choice. So please, 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 regardless of the fear, regardless of that ego that's saying, oh my God, this can't be it, or am I just being reckless? Am I spending money I don't have? Am I going to be wasting my time? There's already, 800 other people doing this. How am I any different? Forget that nonsense. You have your soul print. It's just like a fingerprint. Go for it. If it moves your heart and soul, trust me, there is a reason you need to invest in that experience. Because until you do, until you say a full yes to diving into that, you're not going to move to that next level of awareness, clarity, alignment. So the ego is going to contract. It's going to get a little nervous. It's okay. It's because you are about to exponentially commit to yourself, commit to your soul path, commit to your gifts. So some things might need to change in your life. We might have to shed our stories, our beliefs about inadequacy, survival, preservation, not being good enough, not being loved, not being wanted, not being seen, not being heard, not being valued. All the nots. These are not the shoulds that are going to prevent you from writing a new script, are they? So, where right now are you getting the signs? Are you getting those inklings? Are you getting the whispers to shift? Take a chance, even though you're afraid. I want for you to live your fullness. I want you to radiate. I want you to be brilliant. I want you to be powerful. And we need to support each other. So the more you uprise into your power, the more we can support each other in that and supporting others in that. We are all spiritual midwives supporting each other and coming into their birthright of being brilliant and being in full joy of what our love service is. Please, 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 when the fear comes up, I invite you to just purge that out. Sit and write it out, and not in a pretty journal. Just let those words come through you. Feel it all, express it all, be with it all. Create some space to exhale and drop into the next layer of what is there beneath the fear, beneath the stories. And then settle into your seat of power. Maybe place your hands on your lower abdomen. Maybe your seat of power is your heart. And listen. Listen to your heartbeat. Listen to your breath as it becomes calmer. Listen to the whispers of your soul. They're inside of you. And listen for that message that says, I know, my darling, that you are afraid. And I've got you. I've got your back. I've got your heart. Take a deep breath and say, yes, I will guide you. You will see how all that you need to know will reveal itself. And if it's not time for you to know, you won't. So then you will need to practice patience and deep breathing and centering and grounding down over and over again until you can surrender and trust into me to lead you. That me aspect that speaks through you, the soul, that is you. We really and truly are the spark. We are the microcosm of the macrocosm. That God self is you. I like to call it the ego, the overseer, who can see the entire life plan and how everything is ultimately divinely working out. Please be brave. Feel your fear, your vulnerability, your insecurity. This is human. This is natural. A very beautiful channel spoke recently that on a human level, we experience fear. On a soul level, it's called excitement. That brilliant being is Lisa Transcendence Brown. Check her out. I love you. I am grateful for you in ways you can't even possibly imagine. My getting to share in this way and receive back from you continues to nourish. It's like soul food for me. It is what is inspiring me to continue to show up, to continue to meet my own fears and evolve, stretch, and say, yes, I will go and do this. I will totally do whatever I've got to do to trust that there is enough time, that there is enough space, that there are enough resources for me to do this, that I will have the energy, that I will have the commitment and dedication. Because ultimately, those are all my little stories. Do I ultimately trust that my soul has got my back and is saying, you go and you do this because this is what's required for your next evolution? So I am right in there with you. I want to normalize fear, doubt, insecurity, shame, guilt. All of these things that keep us contracted and playing small. I want to talk about this because that is going into the shadows. That's bringing our light of love and that higher being macrocosm of us into the doubts. Showing us, oh, this is part of the human journey. I expand and I contract. How do I learn to be open more often? So we borrow from the strength, which is love. And we nourish and nurture and midwife our fears, our shadows, so that we can meet in this place of the heart. We're not denying our fears. We're not chastising ourselves for having fears. You will always have insecurity and doubt. This is okay. How do you love yourself through it? And this is one of the ways we show up as this gorgeous tribe of soul beings. And I am honored that you are a part of my radiant soul tribe. You fill my heart so, so much. This is yet another opportunity for me to be of loving service. And with that, I am going to pose a question. What would you like to hear me share on? What are you working through right now? What is happening in your life? Is there a pattern? Is there a question? Is there a curiosity? Pose it in the comments below. And for those that have once again invested time, invested in themselves, invested in feeding my soul, this is a reciprocal exchange we're doing here. If you offer some kind of response, feedback, comment, something that is heart-based for you, that is challenging you a little bit to even express, because I want you to get into that fear, take a breath and leap anyways, then I will be putting your name into a draw for a one-on-one experience with me, an alchemical healing session, which is shamanic. We work with the powerful allies. We work with the forces and the elements. We work with crystals and medicines and the helping beings that are always around us to help create balance, a little more flow and clarity through the energetic system called the chakras, so that your heart can feel a little bit more spacious, your mind a little more clear, and your entire being more aligned, so that you can hear the whispers, take right action, and be guided to your brilliance. I love you, I love you, I love you. And I feel so, so blessed, honored, and privileged to get to have these moments with you. If you would love to know what else I'm doing and how you might partake in my very, very intimate gatherings, check out my website, lanaboyack.com, and if you go to the events page, you will see that I've got some magical things happening. I've got a gorgeous, gorgeous chakra and violin journey plan with my dear, dear soul sister, Christina Mazzotti. I've got a couple other chakra yoga journeys that I'll be leading at her space, One Sky, coming up. I've got mystic moon circles. These are very, very powerful, transformative experiences that are about manifesting. They're about cultivating your mystic soul tribe. This is remembering yourself as the wise woman, as the shaman, as the witch, as the healer, as the mystic, and not being afraid to claim that part of you, because it is you. I've got a few spaces left for my very unique yoga teacher training in February. This is a journey of transformation. It's just called a yoga training. You can read more online on my website again. Otherwise, I do some pretty beautiful things throughout the community. Everything is on the events page. I wish you an incredibly beautiful, beautiful day. Enjoy the sun. Get out and take some deep breaths. Look at the trees, look at nature, listen to nature, receive nature. Be fed and nourished. Many, many, many blessings to you and your loved ones. And big, big, beautiful, tender, tender love to all those in the world who are not able to access their grace right now. May our deep breaths and our bravery help to support them in uprising out of their fear and aligning in a higher way with that energy, which can bring them some peace. With deep, deep respect. Blessings. Namaste.